Want to learn the ultimate fat burning exercise for women over 40? I promise it's not what you think. Over the next 5 minutes, I'll tell you the best way to burn fat as a woman over 40, plus we'll also talk about the biggest mistakes most women make while trying to burn fat. Even though I know weight loss after 40 seems impossible, it really comes down to a simple math equation. And since half of that equation is adding the right kind of movement, I want to give you my ultimate fat burning movement guide. Drop a line below and I'll send over how to work out smarter, not harder, in order to get better results. In case we haven't met, I'm Nissa and I lost more than 100 pounds after decades of struggling with yo-yo diets. Since then, I've helped hundreds of women break free from fad and yo-yo diets with an easy macro approach to weight loss. Okay, let's talk about the best way to burn fat as a woman over 40. But first, let's start with the big mistake most women make while trying to lose weight. While most women think they need to spend hours upon hours each week working hard on cardio equipment in order to burn stubborn fat, stressful cardio workouts can actually stall fat loss results. This is especially true for women over 40. That's because every time you pedal fast on that elliptical or go hard on a Stairmaster, cortisol spikes. And whenever cortisol spikes, fat storage isn't too far behind. So if weight loss is all about calories in versus calories out, what the heck does cortisol have to do with weight gain? A lot, actually. While some daily cortisol spikes are absolutely normal and even essential, too many can result in weight gain. That's because the main purpose of cortisol is to get your body ready to fight or flee a stressful situation. If my brain thinks it's in danger, my body now wants to hold on to stored calories, also known as stored body fat, in order to fight off any perceived threat and to keep me warm. As cortisol continues to course through my bloodstream, my appetite increases while simultaneously slowing down my metabolism. So while I think I'm getting an amazing fat burning workout by getting my heart rate up as high as I can for as long as I can, I'm actually causing my body to store fat in order to cope with stress. And I'll probably be ravenously hungry not too long after my workout. And while I've personally heard this argument before, I didn't always believe it. In fact, I happen to enjoy an intense cardio workout, so I always thought, really, what's the harm? Especially if I'm tracking macros anyway. Then I got this fancy watch that shows just how high my cortisol spiked during an intense Stairmaster session, as well as how long it remained high afterwards. Suddenly, I understood that while I always felt good in the moment, these stressful workouts were affecting my appetite and even my sleep patterns later in the day. As you see on the stress chart, my 20-minute high-intensity interval training on the Stairmaster led to 55 total minutes of dangerous stress, 10 minutes of high stress, and nearly 3 more hours of elevated stress before my stress levels came back down into a safe range. And keep in mind, this image doesn't show that from me being in a state of fight or flight too often, that many nights I was waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. and unable to fall back asleep. These events are connected, and bad sleep like that sets you up for even more weight gain throughout the day, since who really ever makes good food and exercise decisions when they're sleep deprived? So if more movement is essential for weight loss, because calories in versus calories out, what's a woman who just wants to shed the stubborn fat supposed to do? This leads us to the ultimate fat burning exercise for women over 40 that I teased at the beginning of this video. So what is it? You may be surprised to find out that walking is the best fat burner you'll find as a woman over 40. While the act of walking may not even come close to the calorie burn of some of these more intense workouts like a HIIT session on the Stairmaster or even a sweat session in our favorite workout classes, the benefits of adding a simple walking routine are exceptional. One benefit to adding more walking versus more stressful cardio is instead of raising cortisol with stressful cardio, walking actually lowers cortisol. This is especially true when we walk outdoors or even in nature. But even if it's too cold to get outside right now, walking indoors on a treadmill or maybe at the mall can help achieve the same cortisol lowering benefits. Another huge benefit to adding a simple walking routine is that instead of increasing appetite, like some forms of stressful cardio do, walking is a known appetite suppressant. Since many women need to eat less in order to lose weight, using tricks to naturally suppress appetite is a great way to wrap up fat loss. And finally, but not really finally, because there are many other reasons to add more walking into a fat loss routine, but one of the biggest benefits of walking is it can help you maintain the weight you lose long term. In fact, studies show that 70% of those who maintained their weight loss goal long term said they were still active after reaching their weight loss goal. Okay, so now that you are more excited about walking than you ever thought you could be, perhaps you're wondering, okay, so how much walking does it take and how briskly do I have to walk? Don't forget to drop a line below this video and I'll send over my ultimate fat burning guide to walking. You'll learn the best times to walk, how often to walk, and how to track progress because remember, what gets measured gets improved.